All right, let's be real. Some guys hit their 40s and buy a red convertible. Others start running marathons for reasons no one really understands. Take me, I bought a souped up PC with more glowing lights than a Christmas tree and decided to start a YouTube gaming channel. Welcome, I am Chet Lightning. At least that's my gamer tag. By day, I go by Drew. I am a husband, a tech sales professional, and a full-time logistics manager for my 2 teenage kids' ridiculously busy social life. But when the house goes quiet finally, and my wife heads off to watch yet another murder mystery show, you can find me here, trying to maintain a positive KD in Call of Duty, while my lower back reminds me I'm not 19 anymore. That's compliments of pickleball and my Monday night old man basketball games with some other dads. This is the channel for Midlife Crisis Gaming. It isn't a place for pro strats or 360-degree no-scope video clips. That's just not something I can do. This is for the Gen Xers and millennials who are juggling that great balancing act. We call it work, parenting, being a halfway decent spouse, and doing all this while trying to find an hour, 2 or 3 of peace playing some Call of Duty, Arc Raiders, FC 26, NBA 2K, or whatever else game you're into at the moment. And let's talk about our spouses for a second. Take my wife, for example. Now, she doesn't quite get why I'm screaming at sweats at 11 p.m. Honestly, she thinks I'm a huge nerd and wasting time. But I do tell her, listen, I am refining my hand-eye coordination and keeping my quick twitch, problem-solving skills honed in by playing this game. She acts sort of supportive. Emotionally, she's just rolling her eyes at me. And if you've ever had to mute your mic because your spouse walked in to ask where the Costco card is, well, you are my people. So what's the plan for this channel? Naturally, we're going to play some Call of Duty, but I'm also stepping out of my comfort zone to explore new genres, even the ones that make me feel like a total noob. We'll have midlife crisis guest appearances, which are, other parents who understand that a long gaming session sometimes needs to end at 10:30 because we have an 8 a.m. meeting or a 10:30 soccer match on a Saturday. And we're going to go off script too. We'll be an outlet for all things sports. And here's a disclaimer, I'm a huge NBA junkie, but definitely a generalist on all things sports and fantasy. And we'll be discussing the latest in tech and gadgets and other toys that I probably don't need to buy, but we'll figure out a way to do so. And I have plenty of opinions to share on travel, food, and of course, parenting and marriage. So basically anything and everything you would consider to be the general overall fun of middle-aged living, or what my son likes to call unk status, we'll be covering it here on this channel. Now, even if you're not in this age demographic, I still encourage you to join us so you can get a glimpse into what it's like being a little older, wiser, and grayer. Here, I'll give you a sneak peek now. Other than the additional body aches and slower metabolism, life really isn't that much different at this stage.
What did he just say?
What the hell?
Oh yeah, and here's another disclaimer. I really have no interest in talking about politics on this channel. We get beat over the head enough on a daily basis across all forms of social media. So please, let's use my channel as a refuge from all that noise, because that's what I'll be doing here too. And I hope you are starting to pick up what I'm putting down. This is a community for the gamer dad and mom lifestyle. The topics will ultimately be limitless, but definitely relatable for my fellow unks and aunts. And speaking of, here's a random thought that hit me today. I'm not exactly sure why, but quarter zips are apparently trending with the kids. And this is great news for me because my wardrobe could be more prepared to thrive at this moment. However, I don't know if my daughter is going to give me that kind of status. Anyways, so here's my initial plan. I'm going to try to go live at least 2 nights a week for about 2 hours a session. And when available, I'll do some longer sessions, maybe even more on the weekends. These plans will most likely be pretty flexible to start, and it'll all be part of me figuring out what works best for my availability and for you, the subscriber. And once we kind of find that path that makes the most sense, I'll create a much more static schedule. Now, you're also going to see my son on here. He'll pop in from time to time. He's a middle schooler and he's also into content creation in his own right. Shout out at Boss Baby EA. Go check out his channel, subscribe if you can. And Boss is really the only reason I know what Sigma means, or at least I think I do. And when he and I aren't here, you can find Boss and Chet figuring out life over on our other channel. It's called the Apple and Tree Show. Be sure to go over and subscribe there as well, and you'll get to experience our generational gap humor in real time. It's a lot of fun, and it's how he and I have decided to bond. Okay, I think that covers everything I wanted to share for my intro video, but before I go, let's get things going with my first question for the comments section. I'm always going to play Call of Duty, as I mentioned before, but I want to find those other games to mix in that will diversify my gaming portfolio. So what is the one game you play to unwind after a day of adulting? Now, I'm leaning towards playing a classic single player, preferably something with action adventure in it, perhaps God of War, but I definitely need your help with suggestions. So let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to hit the like and subscribe button while you're down there if you don't mind. Thanks. So I look forward to having you come along on this journey with yours truly, Chet Lightning. I am 1000% positive we'll be having some fun, hanging out, and lots of laughs there, probably mostly at my own expense. In the meantime, I need you to keep your reflexes sharp, your coffee hot, and remember, it's not a midlife crisis if you're having fun. Thanks for checking out this video, my channel, and I'll see you in the lobby for the next live stream.